Contrary to popular belief, the first moonwalk was not Michael Jackson performing Billie Jean during the tribute to Motown in 1983. It came some 24 years earlier in 1969. A local nonprofit agency and the Lakeland Flying Tigers have an event coming up to commemorate the walk, and all the details are right around the corner, right here on Polk Place. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm your host, Brian Lacey, and joining me in studio, two ladies that need no introduction, but in case you've never met them, well, here we go. It's Carrie Falwell. She's the Executive Director for Explorations 5, and Layla Cribbs. She's the Director of Education and Operations for Exploration 5. Long time no see. How you been?
Good morning.
Good. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So we got into a heavy, heated discussion about the moonwalk. We're going to have to look that up. But the first moonwalk, you guys going to have an event to commemorate it, and you got a great partner. So we got two different things going on. We got a baseball game, and then we also have educational within the facility. So let's talk within the facility. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Sure. So we were awarded a NISE, a National Informal Science Education Network grant, and they sent us about $10,000 worth of supplies to do science experiments and get kids excited about Earth and space science, since this is the 50th anniversary of the Apollo 11 mission. So we're really excited about it, and we started making our plans, and the Tigers came in and approached us, which we will get to in a little bit. But part of what NISE granted us is on the table, and I'll turn it over to Layla.
So I've got a quick question.
Yeah.
When boxes start showing up at your place, marked NASA and United States Postal Service, FedEx, and UPS starts delivering them, are there any ever questions, or do they just, here's your box from NASA?
It's totally normal for us.
Yeah, it's a typical day.
Yeah, it's totally normal.
So Layla, you got all this cool stuff coming in. Talk to me a little bit about some of the stuff you got.
Well, inside this box, we have 3 binoculars arrived, and we also have a curriculum for activities, language development, and culture, which in Peru and Japan was one that saw a vision on the moon, and they saw a rabbit. And that introduces the children to learn that there's different marks on the moon in different directions of the world. So we also received books inside these kits. And this is a great story about a fox and a mole. And the fox really wants to go to the moon, but he doesn't know how to get there. So he thinks about creating a grass rope, and the mole helps him. They create a grass rope, and they looked to see if the moon was ready, and it was a crescent moon. So they took the grass rope and they hooked it on the crescent moon with the help of a bird. The mole said, I don't know if I really want to go to the moon. And the fox said, well, come on, come with me. There's lots of worms up there. So the mole was very excited about this trip to the moon. So as they traveled up, the mole was very scared and just always looked back down to earth. But the fox, he never looked back. He always looked up at the moon. The mole fell off the moon, landed on the bird, and was traveled back to the earth. Once the mole landed on earth, he was made fun of by all of his friends because he never made it to the moon. But the fox, we don't know at this time, but this is why a mole only comes out at night when the moon is out and shining. So it's a story.
That's a great story.
I thought so too.
It's a sweet story. And then everything is hands-on.
Yeah.
Right. So you should take a pair of binoculars and see if you can find any of those animals that you just heard about in the story. Now, this is a great activity for kids. So
Up in the top left-hand corner, is it the top? Yeah. We've already had this discussion. We're going to talk about this, but I do believe I see the fox.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I think I see what looks like a turtle.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
so we're
all
there.
The animals that are in the story.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And see, even I learned something from you ladies, because as we were putting up the moon, I said, well, which side's up? To which Layla gave me a bit of education. Explain it, Layla.
I just stated that there's no sides to space, and space is completely opened.
So there's no top or bottom to that.
Correct.
See? You learn something new every day. I need to go daily to Explorations 5.
We love that.
I'm in. Now, what are some of the other things that you guys got going on?
So for July 19th, 20th, and 21st, this is the weekend that the Apollo 11 mission happened. It launched on Monday or Tuesday, and by Saturday and Sunday, they had made their way to the moon and they were off the spaceship. So the Flying Tigers, as part of a minor league baseball initiative, are celebrating this monumental event in American history. So the Flying Tigers commissioned custom jerseys that replicate Neil Armstrong's spacesuit. And that whole weekend, they're going to be celebrating the moonwalk, and we're going to be presenting the same, a curated collection of the same science experiments that we're doing at the museum during the day at the evening games. So we really want to get not just the kids that are coming to the museum, but we want everyone, the people who remember sitting in front of the television and watching the moonwalk, and the ones who, I mean, we're in Florida. Maybe there were people that were involved in it, right? We want to get everyone excited about space exploration and teach everyone to look up.
Layla, talk to me about the chance that the Lakeland Flying Tigers give you guys an outreach program. I know they have great partnerships with the county and our emergency management division for us to kick off hurricane season. To everybody that comes to the Lakeland Flying Tiger games, get them ready in that mode to get ready for hurricanes. But you guys, you guys have an outreach to where, depending upon what they work with you, you may get to see kids that don't necessarily come there to begin with, but become customers down the road?
Absolutely. They come to our tables and our events, and they get really excited, and we also promote our memberships, and we talk about our interactive exhibits on all 3 floors. It's exciting. We get the families excited. Some of them may not even have heard of us, and then they want to say, "Hey, we got to come see you." And we also, we promote our programming, our camps. We have some amazing camps, and we're also doing our summer camp, which this will be a great opportunity. We have a few openings in our storybook camp this summer, and that'll be a great also opportunity to fill those spots.
So we got to work with the binoculars, and it's just not a trip with Explorations 5 unless we get to do other hands-on stuff. What other cool stuff did you bring?
Well,
I see something back there. I wish my head was much smaller, but
it's a kid size.
hey, listen, I was once a kid.
You want to try?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, oh yeah.
This is
somewhere Mark Cuddy would put this on a loop, and it would go off and on, off and on, and I'd look foolish.
No. Well, we couldn't bring the whole exhibit, but the space helmet is part of our space shuttle exhibit.
Go ahead and pull it up. Show us.
So it's a child-size helmet, and it replicates some of the things you would see on a real helmet. Like, for instance, the sun shield is made out of particular metals so that you don't burn your eyes, right? It's not like space. Astronauts can really wear sunglasses the same way that we do to block the sun, right? So on our main floor, we have a space exhibit, which is why we were so excited to work with NISE and NASA and the Flying Tigers to talk about the Apollo 11 mission. And in addition to the helmet, we have a replica child-sized spacesuit that they get to wear, and then step in and use a real control panel like you would use on a spaceship. One of my favorite components of our space exhibit, though, is we have an actual tile from a rocket that has flown in space that NASA gave to us on permanent loan.
So is that one of the heat shields?
It's not a heat shield. It's one of the insular tiles.
Oh, wow.
That's it's behind plexi, but it's on display any day we're open, and it's right there for kids to see.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
So you guys got to tell me, when the boxes started coming, was there like,
Were we playing?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
It took a little bit for us to clean them all out, clean it all up. But yeah, there's lots of boxes open. We were playing. There's an exhibit box that has just the sand and dirt and rocks. And one of the activities that we're going to be doing is moon rocks, along with creating moon sand, which is really fun and easy.
Kids get to work with a solar telescope.
The moon sandwich. Did you just say that?
Moon sand.
Moon
I
sand.
was like, it must be close to lunch. I thought you said moon sandwich.
But our kitchen kids will be providing moon pies.
Ah, now that's good.
Yeah.
See, I had that vision of you guys with the incoming toys and things that you got, because earlier this week, we're working on a project for the new building for you guys, and we got the new cameras, the time lapse, and grown men sitting back there going, 1080p, 16 batteries. It doesn't work on what?
Yeah, that's exactly what we do. But it's science curriculum, and we get to talk about learning outcomes.
That's the best part of my job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This looks like a lot of fun. So we're going to recap one more time. Layla, talk to me learning opportunity wise, what you guys got going on, and the dates of the classes.
The dates of our programming are, we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, daily, 10:30, and also 4 o'clock. Those programs run. They can run a little bit longer if people want to stay, because we always do extensions. As far as our camp goes, we have our themes for 9 weeks, and we also will be promoting some afternoon fun and extra pop-up activities for our Explore Science. So,
And let's not forget the moon pies.
absolutely, gotta have moon pies.
And Carrie, the partnership with the Lakeland Flying Tigers. Talk to me specific dates and times.
July 19th, 20th, and 21st. The games start at either 6 on the 19th and 7 on the 20th and 21st, I believe. Tickets can be purchased at the Flying Tigers box office, and all of those commemorative jerseys are going to be auctioned off during the game, with proceeds going to benefit additional educational programs for the Children's Museum.
Listen, this is me just trying to bargain, but I might have a fire truck helmet that I'd be willing to trade for a space. Think about it. Just think about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
As usual, pleasure seeing you ladies, and look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Explorations 5 Children's Museum is taking kids across the solar system as they explore space and Earth this July. They are the recipient of the National Information Science Grant in the partnership with NASA to teach kids about our solar system. The museum hosts a weekend of space-themed experiments and hands-on activities July 19th through the 21st. The Lakeland Flying Tigers are also supporting the efforts. The team will wear specially designed jerseys during the weekend's games that mimic the Neil Armstrong spacesuit on the Apollo 11 mission. And the museum will lead exciting demonstrations during the weekend's games at Tigertown. The jerseys will be auctioned, with proceeds going to support the museum's ongoing educational programming. Now, if you need more information on the game or the celebration, give them a call, 863-687-3869, or look them up on the web at www.explorationsv.com.